Welcome. In front of me is an ASUS ROG Phone 7, and today I'll show you how you can record a screen on this device. So to get started, pull down the tray from the top of your screen by swiping down on it. Do so once again to extend the list of toggles, and on one of the pages you should see a screen recording toggle. So for me it is right over here. Now once you see this toggle, before you actually tap on it, I recommend holding it. This will take you to the settings, and in here obviously you can customize it. Now I recommend navigating in here because by default the screen recording might not be set to super good kind of quality, so I would recommend number one, changing it to 1080p. Number two, frame rate, I would stick with the 60. That will be what I'd consider the kind of like a sweet spot. Now contrary to what you might have heard, 30 frames per second is not cinematic, neither is 24. Stay away from it, it's garbage. 60 will be a good one because YouTube, as an example, if you're planning to upload any kind of gameplays to YouTube, only supports up to 60 as far as I'm aware. So anything above that will just be lost, and obviously the more frames per second you have, the more storage and the recording will require. So it's not optimal to go for the highest number. So 60 is basically the sweet spot like I mentioned. Now moving on, next thing we have the quality. Now it's set to medium. This I presume is just a bit rate. So in general, if on the medium you experience on your recording some kind of like blocky areas where it just kind of looks like it's a little bit less sharp than, for instance, the rest of the footage when you're panning around, so when you have like moving image, it creates this kind of like squares which are just blurrier than the rest of the image, then you might want to change this to high, and this will then just remove this kind of problem. And the rest of the options right here are completely optional and preferential, so just set them up to fit your exact needs. And from there we're just gonna find the toggle once again, tap on it, and now if you're doing this the first time, it asks for permission to a couple different things, so we're just gonna allow all of it. It gives us this overlay right here for the audio recording, so internal audio, microphone, or nothing. You can choose whichever one you want. By default it's the sound of the device, and then show touches on the screen. If you're planning to record gameplays, it might be distracting to have this enabled, so you might want to turn it off. But for instructional videos, for instance, such as I'm doing, this would be a pretty good option to have because you would be able to see where I was pressing the display. And from there select start. You can skip the countdown, I believe. Oh no, never mind, we can't. But yeah, after the countdown it starts recording. It has this overlay right here just to show you how long it's been recording, and obviously whatever you'll do right now will be recorded by the device. There is a little bit of a limitation to this. So if, for instance, you want to record something like Netflix, if I have here. Nope, I don't have Netflix. But yeah, if you try to record things like Netflix, you won't be necessarily able to. Now once you're done recording, you can interact with this and click on the red square to stop the recording. Now going back to the Netflix that I mentioned, what I'm referring to is certain applications have a little bit too much control on your device, even though it's yours. They kind of show you the middle finger and just control some of the things that they shouldn't. And one of those would be Netflix. So if you try to record a screen while also having Netflix open, what you will get is a black screen. Now apparently they can't block sound, so you will get a nice crystal clear sound, but not the image, which obviously is probably not what you wanted. So keep in mind that if anytime you see some kind of screen recording with just a fully black image, then that application is simply blocking you from being able to record. And there are several applications that do this, and Netflix isn't the only one, but primarily the streaming applications will do this for kind of obvious reason. But for instance, bank apps will do the same thing for, as they claim, privacy reasons. And there are some other applications that should have a zero effing reason to be able to do this, but well, still exist and can do this. So one of those applications is just to kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek. This will not really matter to most of the people in the world, just because this is a Polish application, but it's this garbage. So this allows me to basically commute in the city, but for some reason, it just blocks screenshots if we go into buying tickets. So if I try to buy a ticket and try to take a screenshot, yeah, this thing will just completely reject it and block it. And obviously same goes for screen recordings. So pretty bad. Anyway, now going back to this phone, let's open up our gallery application. And you can see the screen recording right here at the top, but obviously later on, if you want to come back to this screen recording down the line, weeks later or something, I can quickly find it in album, and you'll see video album. There's also 3 other ones. So yeah, it's going to be probably quickest under the video album. Now obviously this will be clumped up with any kind of other videos that I have captured and anything like that, so it still won't be as easy to find, but obviously in between photos and videos put all together, this will probably be significantly quicker. And from here, we can tap on it to view our screen recording. So there we go. Now, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.